Hello and welcome to MLMS on Monday night here, Monday Night Football. I'm David Jones.
And I'm Jeff Tarnowski. We got a heated matchup against the Waluigis and the Luigis. This has been a much talked about game with quite a bit of trash talking beforehand, wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, definitely. Now, but this series is going to be hard to follow up the one that just happened between my team, the Apocalypse, and the Yoshis under new management.
The derailed Yoshis fire their old head coach who wasn't getting the job done. They pick up Alex Schmidt as a last resort, and they end up winning the first game, but going into an impressive almost 5 minutes of overtime and dropping it in the third game.
That was just, it was the most intense series I've ever played.
And here we see, we're getting ready for the matchup between the Waluigis and the Luigis in the Battle Dome. It's going to be a heated game, a lot of contact. It's going to be a battlefield out in the trenches.
Oh yes, definitely, yeah. Okay, here we go. Teams are coming to the field. Alright.
Here we go, folks. We're getting the teams on the field. They're getting warmed up now.
Oh, there's Luigi.
Luigi's coming out of the tunnels. The crowd is pumped.
Waluigi. They look at Waluigi's face. He looks like he has his ball in hand.
You know, they paid a lot last season to franchise Waluigi. $120 million to do it. And, you know, there's a lot of critics out there wondering if it was worth it. Here we go, folks. The kick is underway. Waluigis have the ball. The Luigis have to be tough here. They really have
stolen by Cooper Trooper.
They really have to press the ball here early on. If they let the Waluigis get ahead early, they're going to be in trouble. They can't get into it.
Oh, Waluigi's coming downfield. Hammer Bro has it. Waluigi shot. Misses.
Yeah, see, now as a veteran of quite a few years now, the Waluigis and the Luigis are the veterans of the league. And it really shows through when you look at their offensive prowess and just their overall gameplay. It's just very smooth and refined.
And here's the perfect pass and turned down by a Cooper Trooper.
Oh, that was some good defense right there. You know, it really shows these teams are veterans. They just look very polished. You know, they don't really have a whole lot of unnecessary hits. Their slides are very effective, and for the most part, the Waluigis have
that's a goal for
the Waluigis strike first. You know, the Luigis really need to pick themselves up here. I mean, you can't get two down over one goal. I mean, it's one goal. You got over 3 minutes left to go. Anything can happen in this time.
And the perfect pass.
Perfect pass. Oh, that was just the goalie was set. I mean, there's not much you can do there on the offense. You just got to shoot it and hope for the best. Waluigi's going for a super strike.
And he got it.
Waluigi's, you know, they're starting to do the damage. You can see the defense is getting weaker.
Oh,
you really can see it.
Definitely.
You know, we averages about 90% from the super strike line.
Oh,
you know, that's a scary statistic if you're on the other team.
Oh, man,
here we go.
Luigi's.
You know, the Luigis, don't change the channel yet, folks. The Luigis are back in this. They're only down by one super strike. I am not counting the Luigis.
Nice defense there. That was some nice defense by the Luigis there, and turned it into an offensive opportunity, and that's a goal.
The Luigis are down by 1 point, folks. Still a game. Still a game. You know what? Luigis need to watch because the Waluigis do have a couple power-ups too. They can make it offensive here if they really, really want to.
And we're not even into the halfway point yet here, folks. We're just reaching the halfway point in the game here.
We are 2 minutes and 30 minutes in. There's been 5 goals scored. You know, this is a different game without that super strike, with that one little slip-up on defense.
And the first one was a total defense.
Oh, and we have it tied up here, folks.
Beautiful play on the offense by Luigi.
The Luigis are doing it without the super strikes. That really says something right there. This is a statement being made by this offense.
Their fundamentals are just beautiful.
Fundamentals are just amazing.
And the goalie makes a good stop.
I caught up with Luigi before the game, and he had to say a lot about just the overall mood in the locker room before this game, really. They're pumped. They're excited to be here. This is a very big deal, and, you know, they really came here to play. You know, everyone's making a big deal to Waluigi, signing Waluigi for that $120 million contract. A lot of people are saying it's overrated, and I think they're looking to prove that he is overrated. Oh, man, we can have a goal here.
That's a goal.
Just like that, the Luigi's up by 1. And this is what we were just talking about, the Waluigis. They don't have consistency. They get up big in the beginning and they drop a few goals later on.
They are consistent. They consistently get up big and then often drop goals. And that's how they've been losing games.
You got to wonder when that's going to crack.
Yeah. Right
there we go, right there.
Waluigi keeps getting breakaways. Luigi just can't keep that up.
You can only hold that for so long. The defense needs to step up.
You cannot allow an offensive team like this to just go down the field on breakaways like that.
You can't.
That's how they score goals.
You can't allow it. And folks, we're under a minute here. We're at 48 seconds. This is anyone's game.
It's tied 4-4.
Now, if you keep the ball on their side, you've got a shot at getting the goal, and they don't. I think that's the key to this game right now.
Oh, and there's
the goal right there. Luigi's go off the top crossbar.
That could be the dagger.
Man, their goalie's just having a rough day. I don't know. He just must not have slept too well last night. I mean, it's a big game, a lot of anxiety. Oh man. Meanwhile, the Luigi's goalie is just a brick wall.
Oh, and turn down that perfect pass.
It's 7 seconds here, folks. Anything could happen. They are threatening.
And
goalie clears the ball. 2.
And that should be the game.
1 takes a shot, and that is game 1, folks. What an exciting game
goes to Luigi's. That was an interesting game. Now, don't change the channel yet. This is a best-of-5 tournament. All right, and it's Luigi's and Waluigi's for game 2 at the Crater Field.
You know, this is game 2. Just had an impressive game 1. The Luigi's really made a statement by showing they're not the pushovers. They are here to the end. You know, the Waluigi's, they did what they statistically do, and they didn't stick in there to the last minute. The Waluigi's went and took a shower at halftime and forgot to play the second half of the game. Kind of like Wes Welker.
Or down their offensive side of the field.
Luigi's driving up the field.
Breakaway, and the perfect pass. That's going to be turned down by the goalie. Or not.
Oh, and the Luigi's strike first. Impressive statement made by the Luigi's here. You know, they do not want to start out with a loss like they started last game.
In my opinion, that was completely on the goalie.
What's the point when you're the Waluigi's where frustration starts to kick in?
Probably last game when I blew a 3-0.
Oh, and the Luigi strike again. We're up 2-0 here. We're only about 1 minute and 15 seconds into this game.
And like I was talking about earlier, the Luigi's do not give up. So they are likely to hold this lead, statistically speaking.
Chipping away at the other team's goalie and their defense, they could have this game.
And the Luigi's are just putting on an
there we go.
clinic.
The Luigi's punch in another goal.
The
Waluigi's are just shocked right now.
They are controlling that side of the field.
Well, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Jarvel 5 and Vargo's Song of the Day for, you know, Jarvel 5 had that hit series, Dark Memories.
And the super strike he missed.
Oh, and he just misses the super strike. Careful, that will knock his goalie out.
And he turns it into a goal.
You know, speaking of Jarvel 5, though, I saw they had a very, very spectacular series, Dark Memories, actually.
Yeah.
And they really dug deep into their writing skills and really drew quite a bit of a talent pool, really. And, you know, Vargo's Song of the Day, you can't go a day without hearing those wub wubs in the morning. You know, it really gets you moving in the
nothing
morning.
like EDM in the morning to get yourself going.
Oh, man, we might have another goal here. Oh, man.
Turn down by the goalie.
Goalie just, once again, making a stink.
Oh, and the Waluigi's execute offensively. Now, this is what we were talking about. The Waluigi's just offensively dominate.
Because, you know, like I said, you can't keep depending on your goalie to hold the game, basically. I mean, they put up 3 points, and, oh, man.
Oh, the power strike.
And we might have a super strike here. Oh, and just like that, the Waluigi's up by 1 point. Luigi's need to get their heads together. You know, maybe this is the time they want to call a timeout. Maybe stop the momentum right now, because the Waluigi's clearly have the momentum at the moment. 3-0 just about a minute and a half ago, and they are now down by 1 goal, and there is only 1:40 left in this game. You know, the Luigi's need to get something moving now, otherwise it might be too...
Oh, and there's another goal by Waluigi.
That might be the final nail of the coffin right there. The Luigi's are gonna need a super strike here.
Goal number 5 for Waluigi.
The Waluigi's have some power-ups still, so it's... he won Rookie of the Year 3 years ago when he entered the league, and he's just really blossomed into an all-star player.
And there's another goal by the
Waluigi's. You know,
that's probably the dagger there, folks.
That could be the dagger. You know, the Waluigi's once again showing that they are still what they consider the premier team in the MLMS, and the Luigi's still fighting to take that champion spot from them. The Waluigi's have outscored the Luigi's 6-0 here in the second half of this game. What would you say about that? Oh,
7-0. If I were the Waluigi's, if I were the Luigi's defensive coordinator, I would be seriously thinking about redoing my playbook right now. That's how to do it. Seal the deal there.
Well, that's the end of game 2. The Waluigi's win 7-3 over the Luigi's. The Luigi's really choked the second half of that game, but we still got a couple more games to go through here before it's over, folks.
Series is tied 1-1. This is going to be an intense game. Series is tied 1-1.
The Luigi start with the ball here. You know, Luigi's got off to a hot start last game and fizzled out. You know, maybe they peaked at the wrong time. We don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on how this game goes, doesn't it?
Oh, that is a nice pass, but turned down by the goalie.
Turned
nice
down.
save. And that.
Luigi's go for their first Super Strike attempt of this cup, I do believe.
No, they had a couple at the end of the last game, and the lob shot
And
goes
Waluigi's have a lob shot.
The lob shot.
We have another MLS member here. I want to bring into the scene here. Carl Webker. Just take a seat right here, bud.
Come here, Carl.
Just have a seat right here. Carl, say you're the Luigi's right now. What would you have to do here to really?
Oh, and that's another goal by the Waluigi's.
What do you need to do here if you're the Luigi's to get back into this?
Well, scoring more points does help you win the game.
Yeah, it does. It does indeed.
Yes,
And the
yes.
Wise
The key defense will also prevent them from scoring, which will also help a lot.
Do you think maybe the Luigi's need to hit more? They need to be more aggressive.
Very much so. If you hit them, they go down. They can't, get the ball. It's basic fact, of the game.
Yeah.
See, just right there, Cuba completely missed that hit. That could have prevented a goal.
It's terrible.
And we're really seeing the Luigi's implode here. You gotta wonder if the morale is shot. Are they just tired? Are they confused? They're just flatlining on the field right now.
Oh wow!
Oh, that was a nice move by Luigi and a nice pass. That's a goal for the Luigi's.
That might. Well, I was just saying that might bring the morale back. The crowd might be back in the game at this point.
Starting to get a little bit more electricity going.
I mean, I heard they got dollar dogs going in the stands. That could get the fans pumped up more as well.
Oh, and the super strike.
And just like that, folks, we are back in this game.
It is officially tied now.
It is a 3-3 game. 3-3? Yes, 3-3.
It is 3-3 now. The Luigi's.
Like I said before, scoring helps you win the game.
It does. You know what? They just had to punch it in. They just had to get their morale back. They had to get their focus back.
And the fan is just threw a Gatorade bottle.
For them to advance in this tournament, what do you think they need to do?
And that's another goal. Luigi's taking the lead just like that.
And here we see the Waluigi's falling apart late in the game.
I think Jeff just had a little meltdown from all the pressure there as being a color commentator. Oh,
he's white. Oh wow, that is bad.
You know what, Dave? Wouldn't you agree the Waluigi's really need to just settle down here? They're a little flustered. They're up 3-0. They are now down by 1 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And there's another goal, Now they need a super strike to get back into this.
They're going to need to go to the locker room and build some more momentum, the Waluigi's are. They're down at halftime.
The Luigi's clearly have the momentum right now. It's really amazing to see how it can shift so quickly in this league. It's such a high-energy, fast-paced league. Chipping away at the goalie is always a good thing. They're going to go for the lob here. Yep, I knew they were going to go for the lob.
That's a nice one.
Perfectly executed lob.
It really was. Now they're down by 1.
Lob shots are very underrated. They'll get past the goalie when they least expect it.
The lobs are good. I've actually noticed that they're not as effective as they used to be. I think the coaching staff is starting to write their playbooks around this play because it was so exploited last season.
Goalies are just not falling for it anymore. I think that's the main issue with them. They're staying back towards their goal more.
I could not agree more. The Waluigi's, they've got the power-ups here. They're being very smart with them. It really is.
And that's a beautiful shot by Luigi's.
Luigi's up by 2 once again.
The perfect pass results in a goal, and the Luigi's are up by 2 again.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game, though. You never know when a super strike can come in and really shake up the course of this game. I wouldn't feel comfortable as a Luigi's. They really need just another goal to really put themselves concretely in the lead.
And the Waluigi's have 7 seconds to make a super
strike.
No!
Could this be? Oh! And the Waluigi's!
Yes! And the game is going into overtime.
Clutch shot by Waluigi. The last 5 seconds to tie it.
Oh.
What are the
This game is going down in history.
What do the Luigi's feel right now? That crushing.
It is a tie game right now. This could be going to OT.
It goes to overtime.
Waluigi's pushing down the field.
Now, Waluigi just does not have the numbers in overtime.
No, the Waluigi's are not very good in sudden death, but anything can happen. This is the playoffs. This is the finals of the playoffs. Anything is possible still. Oh man,
blocked by the goalie.
If I was a Waluigi fan, I would have been nervous there. The goalie wasn't even set, but somehow he pulled it off.
And the Luigis defensively are being very strong. They're putting on a very strong defensive game.
The Luigis are being offensive, but you know the Waluigis, they've got those spur of the moment offensive just assaults that can really catch a good team off guard and get a quick point. Sometimes it's all you need in sudden death. This could be it, folks.
And
just like that, the Waluigi is scoring in the last 5 seconds of the Super Strike to push it into sudden death and win by 1 goal.
You know, if the Luigis keep the pressure on, this should be their game. They should have it well in hand. But the Waluigi's offense is going to be hard to maintain. Don't you agree?
I do agree. They do have those constant rushes of energy. Oh, Luigi's defense is coming on strong.
Right off the bat, the Waluigi score.
Those are those random spurts of offensive, just genius that those Waluigis have.
That was a perfectly executed lob shot yet again. We saw one of those last game.
Keep the ball on their side of the field. They got to keep that pressure on their goalie.
And that was a perfect pass denied by the
pass.
goalie. And
Luigi still have it, and they put it in.
It is tied 1-1 here. Defenses on either way aren't doing much. It's just going back and forth the whole way.
I don't know, but these goalies.
And that's a goal for the Waluigis. They're up 2-1 now.
But their goalie is just phenomenal this game. The Waluigis using their bananas.
Oh,
and a beautiful curve shot.
That was just the one.
Take a moment to look at this beautiful shot.
That was the nastiest curve I've seen all year.
Right around that goalie.
That was just.
And the Luigi's off to a powerful start. And no good, but the goalie is out. If they can,
and that's a goal.
It's a goal. Oh, the Luigis have a star. This could be some dangerous stuff for those Waluigis.
If the Luigis execute right, they could be up they could be up by 1.
Fuck you. Fuck.
Oh, and
it's in.
That's it.
What she said.
That up by 1.
That super shot was just pure technical beauty.
That was beautifully executed. And the goalie stones a breakaway attempt by the Luigis. And he just stopped 3 shots right there.
We got 18 seconds left in this game. It doesn't look like the Waluigis are going to get the ball back anytime soon.
Anything can happen still.
And a shot.
Turned down by the goalie again.
No good by the goalie.
8 seconds. Stolen by the and
5 seconds to go.
Breaker there, folks.
They need to. Nope. I think that's the game.
And that's the game.
Oh.
Now the series is tied 2-2. Tune in for the next game.
All right, folks. Now this has been an extremely exciting series. We are in the 5th of 5. It's tied 2-2 right now, and we've had some amazing games so far.
And they're taking it to the Battle Dome here.
Yeah.
You know, this is the first time the Waluigis this season have run the risk of losing their first place spot.
You know, if you're the Waluigis, you gotta be a little nervous right now. You know, you were hyped up this whole week on the Ocho saying that they're gonna run right over the Luigis. But here they are, 2-2.
You know, they are on their final game, and they are about to potentially lose their number 1 spot. But they really have been putting up quite an amazing game. Here we're seeing.
I guess it all depends. It really depends on how much the Luigis come out strong, or if they start out flat. You know.
And here's a super shot, but it's no good.
No, I think it's good actually.
I think it's
no, just barely.
But we've seen some serious pressure from these players being put onto the goal.
Oh, and the Luigi strike early.
A beautiful shot by the Luigis.
The longest 5 minutes in my life.
Man, that one even went off the post.
So, Jeff, do you think we'll see this game go into overtime, or do you think either of these teams will just...
No, you know, I think either the Luigis are going to beat them by a goal or 2, or the Waluigis are just going to run away with it. That seems to be the trend so far in these games.
You know, I think...
And the Luigi's goal! Waluigi's goal knocked out! Striking while their goalie was knocked out.
The Luigi's putting the pressure on hard.
Yeah.
beginning of this game.
You know, this is why I'm such a fan of this club here. You know, they're very resilient. They really keep at it until they get those points.
You know, they just never give up. That's what kind of team they are, and I respect that.
And they've got such a dedicated fan base as well. You know, like these fans have been waiting a long time for this team to really come to what is maybe even considered a powerhouse in the MLMS. You know, now they're watching them right before their eyes.
And a shot.
Another
Luigi shot by the Luigis.
Man, you gotta wonder what the Waluigi's goalie's doing right now. He's just having a really rough day.
But can you blame him with all the shots that they've been taking? It's just amazing.
Waluigi's calling first
time
time
out. All right, I'm here with the Waluigi's head coach, Ricky Vargo. Mr. Vargo, what do you think about your team's performance so far this season?
Well, so far this year, it's been a really good year. We've led the MLMS, but it comes down to this one game, and we've got 3.5 minutes to cover 3 goals, so we got to step it up.
Do you think you're going to be able to pull it off in just 3 minutes?
We have to. It's not an option. Losing is not an option.
All right, sir. Well, good luck. I wish you the best. All right, now, folks, now we're here with the Luigi's head coach, Logan Roberts. Mr. Roberts, what do you think of your team's performance so far this year?
It's early into the game. I mean, we've just got to stay focused. We got to keep this up. I mean, there's no backing down at this point. I mean, it's a 3-0 game. I understand that, but we got to go into halftime. We got to make adjustments. We got to keep striking fast. Keep the fundamentals together. We got to keep this game going. We got to have a strong start, strong finish, strong middle, strong halfway point. We just got to have all that in order to get this game going and have a success.
Now, on the topic of your goalie's alleged substance abuse, how do you feel about these accusations against your goalie?
We'll let the offseason deal with that. We're here to win a championship game, and I believe that we've got a very good chance to do this. And I think he's a great young man, young alligator. But I really believe that he can keep it up, and this whole thing will pass, and we'll be able to go on as champions of the MLMS.
All right, sir. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff, Dave, Alex, back to you. And the game resumes.
Waluigi's are still down 3-0 here. The Luigis are really showing a pretty good offensive front, but that timeout might have
and that was a
stopped some of the
steal.
momentum.
And the Luigis getting the ball. Keeping the control of the ball is just key to this team. Waluigis are putting on pressure hard.
The MLMS PA,
and a super shot. It's a goal!
I have to wonder if Waluigi will be getting a fine for that hit right there.
The MLMS PA, the Players Association, they've been trying to stop hits just like that. That's what they're trying to get rid of in the league. People get hurt that way, and they just want to do away with it.
I've heard that next season in the Charged Edition, they actually will be forcing a new rule where you have to wear padding.
But when you have people getting
and
hurt,
a super shot,
and
it's no good.
Waluigi's choking with the super shots right now, folks.
And it's back at him, but it hits him.
It hits his own player. Man, the goalie just goofed there.
Waluigi's moving up the field. They might have an opportunity here.
And that's
a goal.
The beautiful setup results in a goal. That's just the type of play the Waluigis are known for.
You know what? That taunt right after that play, that's just not classy. When you're this high up into such an important game, you shouldn't be taunting a team like that after. To think all of this started with one super strike by Waluigi that really got the ball rolling for this offense.
And another nice steal, another perfect shot, it goes in again.
This is just a perfect example of how the change in momentum can really affect this game.
You gotta wonder if the Luigis are starting to crumble under the pressure here.
The Waluigis are they're just starting to run away with it, like Jeff said earlier in the game.
They really need to pull themselves together here. They still have a timeout that they could use,
There's still enough time here where anything can happen.
And another goal.
It wasn't as impressive as the one last game, but that was still a pretty impressive shot. It results in a goal. Now they're up by 3. That could be the deal breaker.
The Luigis are pretty much forced now to go for a super strike.
Oh, and a perfect pass.
And a beautiful goal.
Don't count them out yet.
Luigis are still in this, but still going to be difficult.
The Waluigis do have a huge reputation for just letting these games go at the very end of the game.
You know, I've heard the term being referred to as Vargoing, actually. I've heard it's becoming a
It
very
is
popular
named after
reference
the
to the
terrible
head coach.
decisions that head coach can make.
And after the game, for the post-game coverage, don't forget to go to our official Facebook fan pages and like the teams to show your support for them. You'll be able to find t-shirts and swag from all the teams on those websites, so make sure to go to those sites after the game.
The perfect pass
A
results in a
beautiful
goal.
goal.
Now it's back within one.
The Waluigis might be pulling what is called a Vargo here in the last minute of the game.
We've
Like
seen
that earlier
very.
tonight.
We did.
Oh, the
have a
perfect
very-
shot. That could be the
Hey, the goal title.
Oh,
folks.
here, folks.
This is exactly what we're talking about with Vargoing. Just a blatant disregard for the lead you had and terrible playing. This could be the end of the season for them.
Oh man, now we just saw the Waluigi.
Turn down.
Oh, and a beautifully
slide
exploited
kick.
goal. The goalie just was not on top of
The
it all.
Waluigis go up by one due to a defensive breakdown on the Luigi's part.
I don't know where that goalie was headed.
That goalie, I don't know what that goalie was doing, but he could have just cost him the
Still
game.
plenty of time.
25
for a goal.
seconds. 20.
Oh, man, a beautiful
man.
save. The goalie trying to keep this lead alive so they don't have to go into OT.
I think they're going to go for the shot. Oh, the Luigi's.
Oh, and the Luigis might have a shot at the ball here. Oh, but they don't.
7
play-
seconds.
Waluigi,
I
hold
think
on.
that's the game, folks.
I think that is the game, Schmidt. I think.
And
you're
a
right.
shot.
Oh, the super strike. Oh! The Luigi!
It's the Waluigi!
And the Luigis! And the Luigis! Super strike in the last
Oh,
2
my
minutes
goodness.
of the game.
Second.
The Waluigis are
And the last
Under
second.
a second to go, the Luigi's have taken the lead.
What a turn of events!
And that's the game,
That is the game, folks.
What an
Luigi-
end
The
to the
Luigi's
season.
have taken the
The
championship.
Luigis win 8-7.
What a way to end the
Look at the
season.
emotion right here from the head coach. He is just shocked, and we just see tears from the Waluigis.
All right, Vargo, what do you have to say about your most recent loss? No comment. Head coach of the Waluigis has no comment. I'm going to go over here to Logan, the head coach of the Luigi's. What do you have to say about the end of that game?
I'm telling my boys, you better get some water now because that's going to be the healthiest thing you're drinking all night because we're going to go get some beer. Woo!
And the Luigi's so excited, and the Vargo, the Waluigi's head coach, is just devastated. He is so devastated, he's laying on the ground. I think he might be crying. That was just so embarrassing to the... Oh, I was getting in the way of the game. My bad. And I knocked over the camera. Oh, well. The game's over. It doesn't really matter. It's just highlights. I feel the Waluigis just must be so embarrassed right now due to that loss. Both teams had a great season. Sorry for kicking you, Vargo. Both teams had a great season, fought until the end, and it was just a fantastic game. If you look at the shots, the Waluigis outshot the Luigi's 23-17.
And it really just does say something about the defense on that Luigi team. 23 shots and only 7 goals. Their goalie was putting in some serious work.
I can't believe how awesome that just is.
Scout is so proud right now.
Thank you for joining us and have a great night, everybody.